what's going on? So, I don't know, it's been a little while. I don't know if I've actually recorded videos. I just haven't posted them. And I also haven't edited any of them. But, whatever. So, I ended up got some little wind screens for my camera, so hopefully that'll help with some of the wind noise and whatnot. So we'll see. Yeah, just been putting in the miles, still riding. I don't know if I had these in the last video, maybe I did, maybe I didn't, I don't know. But replaced my gloves and much more comfortable. The only thing, which I kind of feel like it's just gonna be what it is. They're not problematic, but they almost feel like I could go down one size in them. But I also kind of feel like, you know, them being a little loose like they are, which I do have full finger gloves. I was thinking I could probably wear a pair of liner gloves when it starts getting colder, but I have full finger gloves for that. The only downside with full finger gloves is, at least the ones I have, you can't work touchscreen with them. So it can be a little frustrating. And I know a lot of people are like, oh, you're riding your bike, you don't need to answer your phone, you don't need to, you know, send somebody a message, but, you know, some people do. Morning. And, you know, most of the time, if it's something, you know, somebody at work or whatever, having a question, etc., I don't mind, you know. But it's only downside when I'm not wearing these gloves. If it's something, I'm a lot more screening of the calls that I do take or messages I respond to, because every time I do it, I gotta take my glove off. So I may look for some touchscreen compatible ones, or I'll just keep it running with what I have, because late October. Wow. And I mean, I'm still in shorts and a t-shirt and these gloves. Did a couple weeks ago where it was pants and a windbreaker, but that's pretty much over with at this point. So, well, not pretty much over, but it's for the next little bit should be fairly pleasant, which personally I like this temperature. Like 70s right now, maybe. Not bad at all. And I'm sure y'all have seen me you know, take my hand off the aero bars and put my hand on the brake, and you know, like, I'm riding for my enjoyment, riding for my comfort when riding. So, you know, I'm not trying to be the fastest now. I will take advantage of a good tailwind if I have one. You know, see how quick I can get up to. But, you know, I'm not gonna be worried about, you know, getting all tucked down and getting all aero. I mean, if I was, I wouldn't have a 360 camera on this bike. You know, I wouldn't have some of the stuff I carry. I'd pretty much have the bike as light as I could get it. But I'm not worried about all that. I got a first aid kit on my bike. Think I care about weight? No. Am I gonna strap, you know, dive weights to my bike? No. But it doesn't matter to me. I'd rather, yeah, it's enjoyable to have things with me that make my bike rides more fun. And to me, I like all the stuff I have on the bike. So, and some of the things on here do serve a dual purpose. I think I did a video going over all the stuff on the bike. Possibly. I think I did. I think it was when I would determine that I had a broken rear wheel. But I just think, you know, I do complain about out here where I have to bike ride because, I mean, there's no shade. It would be nice if this was lined with trees, stuff like that. Maybe some little small rolling hills kind of thing where you could, you know, but that's not what this is. And like, you know, this time of year when, you know, the grass grows a little slower, so it stays like this kind of nice length for a little while. The lake's nice and calm-ish. You know, it's probably 7:30 in the morning. Clearing out the notifications. 7:15. But 7:15, probably high 60s, low 70s right now. But oh man, it's amazing right now. You know, it's just cool enough that, you know, I mean, my shirt is damp because I'm sweating, but you know, the humidity is low, so a lot of that sweat's evaporating off my shirt and off my body, so it kind of helps to cool you properly. It's nice. And I like riding in the morning like this because if you think about it, people that are riding or walking, jogging, whatever, they're either doing a little short little thing before going into work, unless they work somewhere where they're going a little bit later in the day, you know, 9:30 or so maybe, or maybe work from home. But you know, retired people, or, you know, people that work shift work, they're off, whatever. But in the evenings, I mean, that's why I just don't even try. And I'll go ride in the evenings, but I really don't try. I don't even turn this camera on and record anything because, you know, even though nowadays, especially where it is on the bike, you know, it's not like I'm have a camera strapped to my forehead. It's not right in between the aero bars on the bike, so it's kind of, and the angle it is, it kind of looks like, if you didn't know it was a 360 camera, you would literally think it's staring at my front tire right now. So I mean, it's literally pointed at the tip of my front tire, like the front, like leading edge of the tire, whatever you want to call it, you know what I'm talking about. But yeah, in the evenings it's just there's just way too many people out here. It's, you know, you're trying to keep an eye out for Fido on a retractable leash that, you know, the parents are just, you know, in their own world, and Fido's going in a 20-foot circle around them, and it's like, dude, can you control your dog? And they're, you know, earbuds stuck in their ears. They're not paying attention to a single thing around them, so it happens. But it's a lot of times why I just say, I'm not gonna ride, and I'm not gonna do too much stuff when I ride in the afternoon and evenings, because just too many things. But I do find, though, during the week, go later on in the day, or later on in the evening, after that window of like the mosquitoes and gnats and stuff. Hardly anybody out here. But you kind of gotta come out here at like 8 o'clock at night. And if I ride on average an hour and a half at 8:30 at night, that puts me getting done, you know, 10:30, which is fine. But it's just, it takes a lot to do that, to me. You know, whereas if I don't ride, if I ride in the morning, I have that time in the evening to, you know, catch up on YouTube videos, or, you know, do whatever. So, but there have been days where it's just, that's the available time for riding, and, you know, I've made a promise to myself that I was gonna go put in some, you know, some miles that day. The other big motivator of, you know, getting those miles in when I don't feel like it is like this week. Tomorrow's Halloween, and I think we're all supposed to have some inclement weather, but even if it was clear, if I ride tomorrow, which I don't even know what the rain's looking like, wind, all that, I have no idea right now. I just know this morning. So, but my thing is, if I'm gonna ride, you know, like tomorrow, I'm not gonna ride in the evening, not even later into the night, because, you know, you have people, if you're riding in the neighborhood, you're gonna be trying to weave around, you know, young children that are, you know, running from this side of the street, running across the street to go trick-or-treat at this other house, and, you know, cars all over the place bringing their kids to different neighborhoods to trick-or-treat or to go to parties, or so. And then morning. And one of the things I've noticed, like out here, that happens is, you got a bunch of neighborhoods right behind here, and a lot of times with neighborhoods, you run into teenagers and young adults doing dumb stuff. It's not uncommon after Halloween to see a few pumpkins busted on the path out here, or Halloween candy dumped out on the path, broken beer bottles. Just think about it. You live in this neighborhood, you want to go to that neighborhood, you can just cross over, walk down the path, and go to another neighborhood. Pretty simple. So it's one of those best to avoid that night. Probably even best, like Friday morning, probably be okay. I mean, you just have to kind of be aware of debris on the path. And it's just one of those things. I haven't ridden this path enough. You kind of get an idea of how much, people do stupid crap out here. So, see, I really want to talk with one of these levy guys, or ladies, could be either or, in that vehicle. Find out what Saturdays they're doing the goofy cross-country meets out here. But I'm also a little bit not that worried about it. I've kind of figured out how to adapt my riding to, I'll just start on this side and I'll end on, I'll basically avoid this chunk of the path on Saturday mornings. And to be honest with you, if you come out early enough, you'll be out here, out, back, done before. And the only inconvenience really is this whole path. But when I say the whole path, I mean from basically a little bit behind where I was to a little bit past where these power lines are. I'm not a fan of it, but in the same sentence, it's one of those, if you don't like it, then complain, file a complaint. Get a few people together, file a complaint. That's about all you can do. It's frustrating, especially when you're not realizing that they're gonna be out here, and it's like, oh, well, maybe they're just out here because one of the schools is having their track redone or something, and it's another weekend and another weekend and another weekend. It's like, geez. And that I've been able to find, I can't find a website that says, here's events that are taking place out here. Here's this bike club that rides a big group ride on Thursdays, But anywho, I'm gonna go ahead and sign off here and have a good day. Go ride a bike or something.